President Obama is pushing forward gun control measures on his own. With an East Room speech today heavy on emotion, but gun rights advocates say it's on thin ice with the U.S. Constitution. It comes as he continues to push to close the terrorist prison at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, and possibly let some of the world's most dangerous people have renewed access to their guns. We have Fox team coverage. Catherine Herridge with the president's controversial plan to release 17 detainees from U.S. custody with interesting backgrounds. But we begin with Chief Washington correspondent James Rosen at the White House tonight. Good evening, James.
Brett, good evening. The president's appearance today was truly remarkable, both for its policy implications, but also, as you say, for the emotion he displayed.
But it failed.
Flanked in the East Room by citizens impacted by gun violence, President Obama announced 10 new executive actions aimed at restricting access to firearms in an address that was, by turns, eloquent and emotional, angry and scornful of opponents on the issue.
So the gun lobby may be holding Congress hostage right now, but they cannot hold America hostage. All of us need to demand a Congress brave enough to stand up to the gun lobby's lies. Our right to peaceful assembly. That right was robbed from moviegoers in Aurora and Lafayette, and from every family who never imagined that their loved one would be taken from our lives by a bullet from a gun.
Issued in the form of guidance to law enforcement agencies and federal rules, the president's actions include new licensing requirements for small-scale gun sellers, the hiring of 230 FBI employees to process background checks 24/7, provisions enabling states to share mental health information more easily, and new federal research into gun safety technology. The National Rifle Association dismissed what it called the president's emotional, condescending lecture and released exclusively to Fox News a 4-minute video in which NRA head Wayne LaPierre said his organization has fought for 20 years to get more felons and mentally disturbed individuals entered into the background check system, and into which he said at present 38 states enter less than 80% of their felony convictions.
When you hear politicians who won't fix the broken system talk about expanding it, don't buy it. Demand what works. Enforce the federal gun laws against every criminal thug on the street.
Indeed, statistics compiled by Syracuse University show federal criminal firearms convictions have fallen sharply under President Obama by more than 15% since 2010 and by nearly 35% since 2005.
Do you agree these are stark plunges? They are, but they reflect decisions that are made by career prosecutors.
Republican House Speaker Paul Ryan vowed to conduct vigilant oversight, while Republican presidential candidates cast Mr. Obama as a lawless chief executive.
It undermines the Second Amendment, and it will do nothing to keep people safe. Barack Obama is obsessed with undermining the Second Amendment.
And Senator Joe Manchin, the West Virginia Democrat who has co-authored gun control legislation in the past, faulted the president in this instance for not working with Congress. Elsewhere, I asked Josh Earnest if the president's reference to the NRA holding Congress and the American people hostage wasn't an example of the kind of divisive and violence-tinged language that the White House has previously deplored. Earnest said it was an apt metaphor. Brett?
James Rosen, live on the North Lawn. James, thanks.